pick and
Oktober
choose what
2020.
little details we want
Watch
to
Dogs Legion.
depict, and
Jadi kita hari ini
we
lagi
get
bikin
ample
react dari
opportunities
Ubisoft
to
Forward
tell the stories
dan
that we
kita
wanna tell
baru
in
aja
spaces
lihat
that we're
gameplaynya
assigned to.
Watch Dogs Legion.
I have the
Ini
capacity
mendadak
to hide
banget untuk
things
recordnya
and, you know,
tonton.
like small little
Lu gimana
Easter
tadi
eggs.
sih?
Gila sih.
In
Ini bener-bener.
AC
Oh,
Unity,
tar dulu.
there was a
Ini
boat
kita punya
somewhere in the world that was covered in cats.
mau bahas Valhalla, bro.
And then it happened again in Watch Dogs 2.
Nah, ini dia mau
And
nyambungin
it
Valhalla
was
sama Watch Dogs.
Tadi
something
AC
like
Unity,
that.
AC Unity
Capacity.
movement Watch Dogs yang Legend
Watch Dogs
ngambil
dari AC
Unity ya.
Iya, dia
Last
ngambil
year,
parkurnya
some of the
segala macam.
people that I was showing our demo to were from London, so no matter where I dropped them in the city, they would go, "Oh my God, this feels like Camden. This feels like Southwark. This feels like Westminster."
London ya
When
ininya
people are
namanya.
talking about some detail that I've put into the world and they're excited about it, like that feels so good as somebody who builds these worlds with care. I love it.
Brompton.
Brompton aja. Ini gila sih.
Parah
Watch Dogs
sih.
Legion.
Tadi kita lihat Watch Dogs Legend ini ya cuman telat record aja.
Wow.
Brawlhalla.
Kenapa Brawlhalla?
And now some news for Brawlhalla fans.
Kan Ubisoft yang
In
megang.
just
Enggak,
a
ada
few
apa.
weeks, you'll be able to battle it out with your favorite legends on iOS and Android devices.
Oh
damn.
my god.
Yes.
Wah, anjir.
Super Smash Bros. Brawlhalla Edition.
Mobile.
Shit, man.
Anjir seru sih ini
Wah,
sih ya.
bisa di mobile,
Mobile coy, masalah coy. Wah, ini bocil-bocil main sih yakin
Gak
gua.
ada battle pass-nya anjir.
Anjir ini seru sih, sumpah. Ini SSB kan jatuhnya kan?
Ya SSBU.
Persentase juga.
Sama. Bener-bener SSBU. Gua kan udah main yang di PC. Karakter-karakternya juga
Gabungan ya?
gabungan.
Iya berarti dari SSB banget ya.
SSBU-nya ini Ubisoft.
Anjir ini rame sih, pasti bocil banyak yang main ini.
Parah sih kacau. Cuma tadi Watch Dogs gila sih.
Parah sih Watch
Now,
Dogs Legend.
whether you need a Tom Clancy action fix on the go,
Oh.
or wanna dive back into one of the
Clancy
most
nih.
beloved fantasy
Terakhir
franchises
Division
in
kan?
gaming,
Division
we got
terakhir.
you covered.
Gila ini baru direct.
Ini
anjir.
baru direct anjir, nggak kayak Pokemon kemarin.
Kemarin mah sampah anjing Pokemon. Ntar dulu ini apaan?
Might and Magic. Shit, gue kalau udah pedang-pedangan, gue diem sih ya. Gue kalau udah pedang-pedangan,
Ntar dulu ini apaan nih? Might and Magic. Oh, game mobile-nya ya.
oh nggak tahu gue.
Oh iya game mobile-nya ini. Cuma emang biasanya ini sinematiknya aja sih begini gamenya mah.
Gamenya meh ya.
Iya.
Gamenya meh, ya.
Might
Ubi
and
lembut.
Magic, Era of Chaos. Oke. Ntar gue penasaran Valhalla.
The target is being held on the
Oh
ground
my
floor.
god.
Tom Clancy. Oh. Tom Clancy bukan?
Enggak. Gue kira Tom Clancy tadi awalnya.
Bukan anjir. Ini apaan? Itu kayak Team Fortress.
Elite Squad nggak tahu.
Oh, Elite Squad namanya. Valorantnya Ubisoft aja.
Valorant Ubisoft lagi jangan ya. Rainbow Six R6 nya Ubisoft. R6 kan emang punya Ubisoft ya.
Bukan.
R6 versi lucu gak sih?
Kayak Team Fortress anjir.
Contact! Moat chain is down. Request air support. Target northeast rooftop.
Roger. Inbound. Danger close.
Anjing.
EMP deployed now.
EMP.
Fortnite-nya Ubisoft.
Fortnite Ubisoft bisa. Berapa gue anjir.
Get back in your cell.
Splinter Cell.
Iya anjir Splinter Cell ini.
Hey, take this.
Don't make me regret this.
Tom Clancy
Clancy kan.
Squad. Oh bener.
Oh,
mobile.
App Store Mobile. Tom Clancy Mobile.
Bro, damn bro.
Speaking of Tom Clancy, it's been 5 years since Rainbow Six Siege first launched,
Pasti
and
dislike-nya
the
nambah.
community has never been stronger. In
Apa-
celebration
apa-
of this
apa-
milestone,
apa-
Ubisoft Montreal has put together
Soalnya
a special
anjing.
video
Mobile
to thank all
games
of the
mau
amazing players and
dong,
developers
kan?
that have helped Siege become the game it is today.
Lo tuh pada kecewa gitu loh kalau pas direct tuh mobile games sih lo.
R6 ini ya?
Nah ini R6.
Gue gak main sih.
Gue gak main juga.
Gak bisa gue main FPS.
Ya
In
betul.
December
Saya juga tidak.
2015, a small team released Rainbow Six Siege,
Atau meledak aja R6.
a game built on a strong vision, creativity, competitiveness, and team play.
Pour le joueur, le 1er décembre, c'est un début, mais pour nous aussi. Il faut tout de suite s'engager et dire aux joueurs, ce jeu est installé,
Prancis ya.
tu
Ini
peux
pakai
t'y
stick
installer
dong.
aussi, et nous serons là.
Prancis
That
nih.
original vision was quickly adopted by our passionate community, propelling it to a whole new level.
Wah gila jago banget goblok.
Anjing, iya anjing.
Pistol itu.
This is such a special moment, and being at 1 year anniversary of Rainbow Six now, game being stronger than ever, and more players today than we had in the past, it means the world to us.
But we also had our share of challenges.
Health that touches upon subjects
Nah, nih,
like
anjing.
matchmaking, connectivity, all those aspects are absolutely critical to the experience of the player.
Through it all, we're always driven by you, our community, and together, we grow stronger.
Gabin.
There is no
Gabin.
sequel plan, and we are here for the next 10 years, so expect more Rainbow Six in your life for quite some
Duh, gue
time.
nunggu Valhalla anjir. Mana ini Valhalla?
Valhalla gue teriak sih anjir. Wah Manihes tadi goblok.
Ya kan emang kerjasama.
Kaget gue.
Kan sempat kerjasama mereka.
Iya iya.
Tous les succès, c'est vraiment le résultat de autant de nous que de vous. Ce jeu, il est
Ini
autant le
komunitasnya
vôtre
kuat juga ya di luar ya?
que le
Oh
nôtre.
kuat R6 apalagi.
Now 60
60
million
million.
players strong, we're just getting started.
Gila. Orang meledak banget R6 tuh. Bang main R6, bang main R6 wah.
From the devs
Gak
that
bisa
build
bro.
the game to the community that plays it, thank you.
Dota FPS nggak sih ini?
Iya, Dotanya FPS.
Mikir anjir strateginya.
Ada kelas-kelasnya soalnya nggak salah-salah.
If you haven't tried it yet, dive into our new Operation Steel Wave update available now and take Ace and Malusi out for a spin.
Wah skip dah.
Skip,
A few
skip,
days
skip.
ago,
Cupu
we
masalahnya.
introduced y'all to a brand new multiplayer shooter. Now, it's time to venture into the hyperscape.
Pasti Valhalla belakangan.
Hyperscape apaan?
Hyperscape baru lagi nih. Gila, gamenya futuristik semua cuy. Sakit.
Wah anjir apalagi
Ini
nih?
apaan lagi?
Dia tuh terkenal sama parkurnya aja. Ubisoft
iya.
tuh, Ubisoft selalu.
Assassin's Creed sukses
Iya
diimplementasi ke
langsung
semuanya.
diimplementasi ke semuanya.
What was that? A hack in the hyperscape. That's not supposed
Ini
to
juga
be there.
bagus anjir ngeliat ininya mah.
Let me get you all up to speed, okay?
Wah
About
goblok
30
dah
years
anjir.
ago,
Bangsat.
everything that we feared about our future started to come true. We made some good decisions. We made some bad decisions. Actually, we made a lot of bad decisions.
Wah,
So,
kan
here we
2054.
are. 10 billion souls living in the crush of the megacities. But the people at Prisma changed everything.
Banyak banget game-game bagus anjir.
Tapi emang mereka tuh selalu jagonya sih kata gua kalau
They
ngeluarin game
gave
baru tuh.
everyone a way out.
Forerunner.
Iya anjir. Kayak Ready Player One cuy.
Iya anjir.
By far is Crown Rush. This is where anyone can become someone.
Jangan bilang
Battle Royale anjir.
Ini baru Fortnite-nya Ubisoft. Wah, tolol anjir. Pusing gua, Pi. Pusing gua main apa dulu ya?
Gua nunggu Valhalla yang si mana ya ini ya.
Semuanya gua pasti mainin anjir.
If you get good at Crown Rush, it can change your life. But strange things have been happening lately. Rumors of people getting hurt, users disappearing from the real world.
Jangan nggak sekedar Battle Royale aja.
Nggak tahu gua.
The heart of hyperscape, and we have to find it. Some of us are searching for a way up. Some of us for a way out, and for others, a new way altogether.
Oh, nggak sih, ini Victor
That's what
Royale.
brings us to the edge of the future, to the hyperscape.
Royal ini.
Fix Battle Royale sih udah.
Temanya digital.
I'm JC, Creative Director on Hyperscape.
JC's work on Far Cry Primal and multiple Prince of Persia titles has established him as a top creative here at Ubisoft.
For me,
Yang
what's
ngerjainnya
exciting is,
Far Cry
we
Primal ya?
started,
Dia
building
bikin
it
Far
from
Cry
sama
scratch,
POP.
seeing it grow, adding
POP.
ideas is really cool.
Hello, contender. Welcome to the hyperscape.
The game takes place in 2054.
Yeah.
It's in a future where humanity has grown a little
Prancis ya.
darker.
Franchise.
One of the companies
Aksennya.
there, they are launching what's called the hyperscape, which is a virtual world and the internet of the future. It's the place where everything converges. Within the virtual world, there is a battle royale that takes place in the virtual city of New Arcadia.
Tuh, anjing tinggi banget tempatnya tapi.
Keren banget ini cuy.
Apex gak sih ini jatuhnya?
Enggak, lebih gila anjir.
Then we also introduce a lot of new things.
Futuristiknya
You
futuristik
get the
gila ini.
opportunity to do parkour on the rooftops, to go into interiors where it's much more narrow.
Apex
much more
anjir ini
stressful.
Syak.
sih.
You
Apex
get to
banget
go to
anjir
Apex.
ini.
There's more opportunities to get cool items,
Cuma ini bagus
but
banget
also more players, so
Ini
it's a
meledak
risk
ini.
reward kind of deal. We introduce the notion of hacks, special abilities that you can pick up on the fly to adapt your tactics.
Oh,
With hacks, you can do
damn.
things like teleport yourself, you
Anjing.
can wrap yourself into a ball
Iya,
and
futuristik
bounce around
banget.
the battlefield. So a lot of abilities that let you have fun, that are toys that you can play with. And finally, it's made as a spectacle, so all the viewers will be able to interact with the game on different levels through the Twitch extension. So every few minutes, there's going to be a vote, and viewers will be able to decide what effect they want to affect the whole battle. So things like changing the gravity,
shit.
Kenapa?
ammo, or
Ada
stuff
voting
like that. So
rame-rame
players,
yang
while
tersisa
this
di map
happens,
itu,
really have to
kan ada
adapt
tiga
to all kinds of stuff that is happening.
something.
Anjir.
Kepilih apa misalnya? Oke, low gravity jadi bisa
So
lompat
for
tinggi
me, it's really
semua.
exciting
Anjir.
because right now,
Random.
as we speak,
Jadi masih pada
we're
bisa
launching
main?
open
Iya.
beta, and so it's gonna be
Yang masih ada di
available
dalam tuh ntar
for
voting.
free-to-play
Player
for
tuh maunya
all PC
terjadi apa
players
gitu.
worldwide. And I really want to thank all
Baru
the
nih, mekanisme
players,
baru.
all the streamers, and all the viewers who participated in tech test and who will participate in the open beta. Here's a short glimpse of what you can expect.
Kapan nih anjir? Meledak ini kata gue nih hyperscape.
Gila anjir.
Watch and learn how it's done. Perfecto.
Anjing, senjatanya ganti gitu amat.
Showtime.
Iya bro, bisa Apex bro.
Apex ini.
Oh, bisa ngambil skill kan?
Gokil.
Show 'em what I'm made of.
Oke, ngambil.
Padat tapi kayak saya.
Ya. Gila. Padat tapi kayaknya ya.
Kecil mapnya ini.
Gak banyak jalan-jalan. Gak banyak looting
Ya.
gitu loh. Mainnya langsung fast pace gitu. Ya kelihatannya sebegitu.
Anjing.
Now?
Shit.
12 Juli.
Shit.
12 Juli.
Harus dicoba ini.
The digital
Yakin.
world of the hyperscape gave our artists and
Yakin.
developers
Selama bukan pure
incredible
FPS gue bisa deh.
freedom to design
Kalau ada
and
skill kayak Genji gue bisa.
Production
Gua langsung
manager
nyoba,
Anna
gua
Maria
langsung nyoba,
Muska
bro.
is going to take us behind the
Udah open beta dong. Kayak Valorant kan kemarin udah rame tuh open beta. Ini gak
As we
ada aja.
move into the next generation of gaming, Ubisoft has been working closely with console makers to take advantage of all the extraordinary capabilities these new consoles will offer.
Now we have a special guest to tell us a
Buat
little more.
PS5 nih anjing nih. Game PS5
Hey
nih.
everyone, Phil Spencer from Xbox.
Huh?
With Watch Dogs Legion, Ubisoft is supporting smart delivery. So you will get the absolute best version of the game on any version of Xbox you're playing on. On Series X, you'll get to take advantage of the amazing work the
Anjing
team has done
ini
with DirectX
dispesialin
ray
yang di
tracing
Xbox.
to create an absolutely immersive version of London like you've never seen before. Ubisoft has a unique ability to create immersive worlds, setting a new bar that continues to drive our
Oh
industry
my
forward.
god.
I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. I love the time I've spent exploring the world in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I can't wait for you to see the
Bener dong,
gameplay
Kattegat itu
from
goblok.
Assassin's Creed
Kattegat
Valhalla
namanya.
that's
Kattegat
coming
apa?
up
Vikings. Nama tempatnya Kattegat itu. Tempat mulanya Ragnar.
We know you've been
Oh,
waiting to
shit!
hear more about
Here we
this
go,
game
guys.
since
Here we
it
go,
was announced
guys.
back in April. And now it's time for a deep dive into the world of Vikings.
My name is
Kalau bener Ragnar gue teriak anjing.
of Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Beneran Ragnar gak sih?
So a couple of weeks ago we announced Assassin's Creed Valhalla and the reaction from the fans was just amazing. The time period of Vikings is really inspiring.
Kattegat anjir.
When we did our research, we found that, they were not mindless barbarians. Vikings were
Rolo
actually
ya?
farmers trying to find new lands.
Tuh, mereka tuh
Itu
farmer
Ragnar anjir,
awalnya.
bener
So they
Ragnar
had
Iya
itu.
kan?
human motivations. So for us to have this opportunity to tell kind of the real story about Vikings and kind of separate ourselves from the myths and the folklore is really something that drove us to make this game. The team went to Norway and England. to
Oh,
take
mereka
the
ke Norwegia
same
sendiri.
knowledge that the
Bener-
Vikings
beneran.
did To really experience
Buat ngambil jalannya.
what it meant to
Bener nggak
be a
bener-bener
Viking at
ngerasain
that
gitu
time.
loh.
Jadi Viking.
Skol.
And then leaving
Terus nonton
Norway,
Vikings
which
sih.
is barren but majestic, and just coming by boat
Sumpah itu Kattegat
in
anjir.
England and see
Nama
those
tempatnya?
Nama
rolling
tempatnya
green
Kattegat,
hills
nama
full
kampungnya
of
Ragnar.
sheep, full of life.
Mereka tuh peternak kan?
It's just this
Peternak awal
sebenarnya.
petani.
moment that
Jadi ada kepala
most
desanya tuh namanya
likely the
Earl,
Vikings
Jarl gitu-gitu.
felt
Nanti
as
tuh dia
well.
merangkak
You need to
lama-lama dia
see
jadi
this
Earl, jadi
land
Jarl,
of
jadi King.
opportunity.
Nguasain
And this
lama
is
satu
exactly
Norway.
the feeling we want players to experience in this game. It is a personal adventure, it is the story of Eivor, a Viking chieftain.
Eivor.
Eivor
Eivor
is
dia.
either a male or a female.
Berarti dari
You decide
Ivar.
when you start the game.
Jadi penting lu bisa
You
milih
have to
Eivor mau
leave
cewek apa
Norway
cowok.
to settle in England
cowok.
because you just can't live in
diubah
Norway
berarti.
anymore. There's too much
Eivor.
political pressure.
Diambil dari
no
Ivar the
resources
Boundless.
available.
Oh, dia nggak bisa tinggal di Norway lagi nih, dia harus ke Inggris katanya.
Memang.
Tuh. Oh iya. Gue cowoknya sih.
Obviously, in England,
Eivor cowok.
it's full of Anglo-Saxons and other people,
Nah, Saxon.
and they don't really want you there. So you will have to fight your way there to kind of build your own settlement and
Bener.
see your clan prosper.
Jadi kita berkelana ke Inggris, kita ngejajah Inggris. Biar
Vikings
orang-orang
were
kita bisa hidup di
brutal
sana.
warriors.
Cakep beneran Viking anjir.
And the fact that they were mastering a lot of
Mereka
weapons
bisa mastering
coming
semua senjata.
from the medieval times
Brutal.
really inspired us to kind of revamp the fight system. To leverage the brutality.
Gue suka
and the
banget. Gue suka
intensity
banget
of
nih kalau
Viking
udah
combat.
gore begini anjir.
Vikings were not only fighting face to face, they were masters of stealth and deception when needed. They used basically any sort of tactics they could use to win the
Gameplaynya
battle.
dong.
So we want to portray the full range of combat
Bro.
that you can imagine coming from the Vikings.
Aethelwulf. Wah ini dia
Hidden Blade-nya.
Hidden Blade bro.
Darius.
We are very happy to finally be able to show you the game we've all been working on. So please enjoy this deep dive into
Siap-siap.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Siap-siap. Wah, anjing, keren banget, tai.
In Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will relive the epic saga of the Viking invasion of England.
Shit.
You play as Eivor, a
Eivor.
Viking from Norway.
Viking dari
who will
Norway.
lead his or her battle-hardened warriors across the North Sea to the British
Iya,
Isles.
setannya Ivar ini.
Eivor is driven by an ambitious goal to build a thriving Norse settlement in a hostile land.
Wah, anjir. Kapalnya kapal Viking banget, bro.
Today we raid, that tomorrow we may build.
England is a dark age tangle of broken kingdoms and warring
Raid.
dynasties.
Raid.
A land of opportunity and riches.
Anjing pakai trompet.
As you prowl England's rivers by
Terus
long
rame-rame bawa pasukan lu gak sendirian lagi.
Iya, anjir gue udah gak sendirian lagi, barbar banget.
Iya karena lu emang tujuannya bertahan hidup.
and blow your horn to lead your raiding crew into battle.
Oh my god, bisa ngebakar rumah anjir.
Shit.
Palu itu ya?
Kampak. Nah ini Ini ngebakar.
Drumnya bisa dibakar ya?
Bakar ininya, settlementnya. Kayak Putri.
Oh, teman-temannya bisa di revive.
Your crew will assist you in all your raids, fighting enemies.
Anjing asik sini barbar banget anjir.
Down doors and stealing.
Gua nggak ada main stealth kayaknya di Viking. Gua barbar anjir. Soalnya Viking cocoknya barbar.
Iya.
Maybe used to develop your settlement.
Oh, terus lu bisa build settle.
Anjir, kayak Far Cry.
And new settlers.
Nah, itu buat warga-warga Viking lu.
The alliance map. It will serve as a record.
Ntar kita expand anjir, kita naklukin England.
Iya, kita naklukin Inggris.
The Viking Age was a time of warriors and legends. In Valhalla, you will find the largest variety of enemies ever assembled in an Assassin's Creed.
Bisa kayak gitu dong.
Every archetype offers a unique challenge.
Mesh.
Some will coordinate with their allies for special attacks,
while
others will use nearby objects to their advantage, including the bodies of fallen warriors.
Bisa lempar mayat.
To face these attacks, you must find and exploit your opponent's weaknesses to gain the upper hand.
Wah, apaan tuh?
Take the fight to your foes.
Gokil.
A host of brutal new combat abilities.
Wah, anjir.
Pummel them with
Anjing. Headsetnya troll anjing.
Incapacitate them with the new stun system to keep them at a distance.
Sun attack.
Or finish them off. You will wield any two weapons you wish to unleash a deadly combination of attacks.
Apa itu? Oh, flail ya.
Pakai flail.
Iya, flail anjir.
And become a
mace gitu.
Iya, flail gitu. Storm dong anjing, barbar banget.
Stormanya.
Wah, ini pasti banyak orang-orang bangsat so ini nih.
This is not Assassin's Creed.
Nah, kontol.
This is not Assassin's Creed, beli-beli juga lu anjing.
Beli juga lu anjing, gue juga beli bangsat. Anjing. Barbarnya. Stop. Nih.
In this new land, a Viking must find a way to
adapt. Pura-pura bego gitu ya.
As Eivor is not welcome in England.
Eivor tidak diterima di Inggris.
Smart your enemies, avoiding unwanted attention in towns and bustling cities. Use Eivor's hood and cloak to blend with crowds and slip past watchful eyes. An unseen hunter among the people.
Pura-pura bego aja dulu.
From capital cities and villages to the dense forests and rolling hills of England, exploration is vital to keeping yourself sharp. You must feed off the land if you hope to endure.
Oh, damn, bro.
Hunt and forage.
Anjir.
Fortify your equipment.
Anjir. Stonehenge.
Temples and Roman ruins for new activities and challenges to strengthen yourself and your settlement. The more you explore, the more of England's secrets you will reveal.
Icarus.
Ya, Icarus ya.
Assault.
But as you push deeper into England, the enemy will.
Ini persis.
Anjir.
In a series of climactic moments, Assassin's Creed Valhalla will feature massive assaults in which you lead Eivor's army into battle.
Dia bawa pasukan ya.
Kalau dibilang kayak bukan Assassin's Creed sih bener sih. Karena rame-rame, gak pernah Assassin's Creed kayak gini kan.
Iya.
Cuma ya lo harus adapt anjir. Masa gitu-gitu terus.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will transport you to wondrous and haunted lands.
Ini dia, bro.
Cordelia
and England's pagan roots.
Lo pasti ntar lawan ini.
Godfrey the Cruel. Iya pasti lawan dewa Norse sih.
Norse God pasti
lawan. Triumphs and tragic losses.
Please dong kalian bikin gua Ghostbump dong.
Giving you the chance to live your own Viking.
Gue suka barbarnya.
Sniper elite anjir. Gila. November!
Oh my god!
Yes! Dipercepat! Dipercepat, bos!
Unlike anything the franchise has seen before.
September Cyberpunk, Oktober Watch Dogs Legion ya. Oktober Watch Dogs Legion, November Valhalla. Gas.
PS4, PC,
Gas!
and Stadia.
Yes! Gua akan abisin ini semua anjir.
But before we go, our CEO Yves Guillemot is here to share a few words.
I hope you will have enjoyed what you have seen today.
Gila,
and that you
co-foundernya
will
nih.
love playing these games. I'm proud of our teams for delivering an ambitious, broad, and creative lineup of games.
Valhalla.
And
Gimana
we
sih
will
ya?
show you
Pusing, gila.
everything yet.
Anjir keren
In
banget coy,
fact,
Valhalla
we
coy.
have a
Mantap.
lot more to come.
Gak ada ampun bro.
So you will have another Ubisoft Forward to reveal even more about our upcoming games. But before ending this show, we have one more thing to share with you.
Oh shit, nih gue tahu apa anjir.
Apa anjing?
Ini gue tahu apa anjir.
Apa bangsat?
Maksudnya Giancarlo Esposito waktu itu ada di confirm di Instagram kemarin.
Far Cry 6.
Far Cry 6.
Oh
Betul.
my god.
Betul, Far Cry 6.
Oh my god. Far Cry 6.
Far Cry 6.
Oh shit.
Giancarlo Esposito, the main villain of Far Cry 6.
Yang bener aja lu bro.
Ubisoft gila, anjing. Gila keren banget bro. Lu nonton Breaking Bad gak sih?
Enggak.
Wah, lu harus nonton bro.
Apaan sih ya?
Wah, lu harus nonton aja dah. Nonton aja dah.
Shit, Far Cry 6 anjir.
Best.
Gue 5 aja belum tamat.
Ini dia penjahat utamanya bro.
El
Giancarlo
Parasio.
Esposito.
Orang mana dia?
Pengedar narkoba, Meksiko.
Meksiko latarnya berarti Far Cry 6.
Harusnya Meksiko. Dia pasti bos pengedar narkoba.
Oh iya bener anjir. Ganja.
Pasti. Kalau lu nonton Breaking Bad dia tuh bos utamanya. Jahat utamanya. Kartel.
Oh kartelnya. Kayak Pablo gitu.
Ya. Cuma dia pinter, dia mengkamuflasekan bisnis narkobanya dengan bisnis legal. Dia punya KFC.
Oh.
KFC
beneran,
di seluruh cabang.
beneran.
Enggak, di Breaking Bad kayak gitu.
Oh.
Yang main Giancarlo Esposito. Namanya Gustav di sana.
Sit. Anjir. Gak ada actual gameplay ya?
Sabar bro.
Badass kayak biasa.
Sabar bro. Ini anaknya nih.
It's beautiful, Migo.
Anjing suaranya dia beneran goblok.
Perfect, but useless. I have something for you.
Suaranya Giancarlo nih.
Wah ini dramanya kenceng nih pasti nih.
Mukanya juga dia ini. Bener-bener dibikin dia.
Anjing granat.
The grenade is simple. It has 4 basic parts. The shell, which contains the explosive, the fuse, the handle, and of course, the pin.
Anjing, what are you doing?
Breathe.
Gila nih orang.
The pin simply holds the handle in place. It is only when you let go that this grenade goes boom.
Oh gitu cara kerjanya? Harus dilempar dulu?
Kan pinnya gitu, dicabut,
Follow me.
tarik, lempar.
Kalau nggak dilempar nggak akan meledak?
Nggak bakalan.
Jadi harus pelan-pelan gitu?
Enggak, handle-nya, pinnya kuncinya.
Nggak boleh sampai goncang?
Nah ini.
I am El Presidente.
Oh dia presiden?
Which means that someday
Nggak tahu di sini apa ceritanya.
will be El President.
Oh dia anak presiden ceritanya?
And our people, they do not know how to be happy. They are torn apart by opinions.
Oh dia diprotes anjir.
Pasti dia kayak diktator gitu.
Their own freedoms. And even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves.
Anjing, pusing gue Pi, bagus semua.
They will hate you, Diego. Everything you say, do, believe, will be wrong.
Ini game-game favorit gue semua nih anjing. Aceh, Far Cry. Gue tuh suka game stealth anjir.
Nah, kita suka game yang story-nya bagus.
Ya bener, gue suka game yang story-nya bagus.
Bener-bener dia cok.
Beres banget doi.
Bener-bener dia anjir. Emang dia bedes banget sih, gak ada lawan. Salah satu aktor favorit gue.
A monster and give you this.
Dilempar ya. Muerte a Castillo.
So you tell me, are you evil?
Diajarin jadi
a monster. Because our country is like this grenade, except it has two basic parts. Our people and you must clutch them nice and tight, or we all go boom. You understand now? Prove it.
lempar nggak mau anaknya nih?
You have to find out.
Jauh banget anjing.
18 Februari 2021. Oke. Gue udah nggak tahu mau ngapain.
And with that, we're wrapping up our first Ubisoft Forward. Today, we've seen the next generation of Assassin's Creed, the birth of a resistance in Watch Dogs Legion, the cyber chaos of Hyperscape, and the epic reveal of Far Cry's newest installment, along with so much more.
Remember, we'll be back later this year with another Ubisoft Forward filled with tons of game news and updates.
Thanks for joining us.
Gila goblok anjir.
Halo, ini katanya ada AC Valhalla di ujung. Bener nggak?
Nih.
Gue suka dual headsetnya itu loh, Sya.
Gue suka gore-nya.
Iya, gue juga suka gore-nya.
Gue suka Vikings gitu.
My name is Luthfi, and this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Gue suka banget
We're going
Vikings,
to take
bro.
a deep dive into about 30 minutes of gameplay, and we're joined by a very special guest here.
Hey everyone, this is Philippe Bergeron, otherwise known as Fizz. I am the quest director on Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Gue jadi ingat
So
ini
Fizz,
dah.
we're setting up here
Shadow
for
of
what looks
War.
like an epic encounter. Tell us exactly what's going on.
Gue ingat Shadow of War anjir.
Yeah, so here we're midway through the quest that we're showing for you.
Gue suka game yang nggak ada pistolnya. Sangat suka gue game yang nggak ada pistolnya dan pakai pedang ngebunuhnya gitu.
Sort of culminate at the end of the story.
Oh anjing, kapak pedang, gue suka banget.
Raider is taking a group of raiders and furds into Bird Castle to go and take down Ruid and his clan.
Sumpah ini kayak Shadow of War anjing.
Shadow of War masih ada pistol, Sya. Far Cry pun masih ada pistol.
Shadow of War. Halfway through this story.
Oh, Shadow of War. Gue kira iya.
Kayak gini
Gue kira Shadow Warrior.
Lu nge-raid kastil, ngancurin officer, rame-rame.
Itu kan ini ya, Mordor ya itu ya?
Mordor.
Oswald having just been defeated in a previous quest, and so here this is revenge but also accomplishing your ultimate goal.
Cara nge-raid castle-nya tuh mirip banget sama Mordor.
Of Valhalla. Can you tell us a little bit about the changes to combat this time
around?
We
wanted to basically add a lot of
sulap kayaknya dia tuh. Kapaknya dari mana itu anjir?
Like a stun system in there. And we really needed to do this to sort of portray that sort of the brutality that comes with being a Viking. It sort of fits into that the time and the
character. Karena Viking harus mencerminkan brutal.
Iyalah. Gue suka bercakan darah itu, cas, cerot. Jika di Nioh, kayak di Dark Souls.
Oswald. He lives.
Shit.
Oswald lives!
Eivor, is that you? Shut your ass, twig spine.
Orang Inggris ini ya.
Eivor has taken her entire army through the assault, and finally it's revealed that our Elderman, our ally, Oswald, is still alive, and Ruid has him captive.
So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? Two Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson? If this swine is your prize, come and get him!
So now that we've seen that Oswald is alive, we have Rued within our sights. What's the next step here?
So the next move for Eivor is to
Gua nggak tahu bar kedua apaan tuh sih ya.
against Rued. She has
Dua bar kan?
They can take care of the rest of the army. Now it's time
Tuh,
to
Luthfi
go
gak
one-on-one against Rued.
postur gitu
in
nggak?
one of our boss battles actually.
Mananya dia kan dia punya skill juga.
And it's worth
Si
pointing out
Rued kan
actually
ada dua
that
bar
here
juga
what
tuh
we're
atasnya.
showing is the
Iya,
player
makanya gue bingung itu apaan gitu.
going and
Stamina.
facing off against Rued aggressively, but we tend to
Rot.
always have
Sakit
to support a
banget.
360-degree approach in these things. So the player could have approached this a little bit more stealthy
November cuy,
and gotten
dipercepat, cuy.
at least like a good critical hit
Jadi Desember ya?
on Rued or his wolf, and so you can play this a little bit more
Mampus dah semester 7
strategically
gua
if
makin
that's
gak karuan
your
dah.
playstyle.
Bodo amat anjir.
So we're not only fighting Rued here, but also his pet wolf, right?
One of my preferred strategies is to eliminate the wolf first. Just focus fire on him. It takes at least one opponent out of the combat. Now Rued will have extra abilities that come into play if you do eliminate his wolf. But I think having one opponent less in the battlefield makes for a good strategy in the whole.
Iku nih yang main.
Hard deh ini kayaknya.
Iya hard deh.
Ditendang ya? Anjing.
Anjir sakit banget goblok.
Iya itu stamina deh, ada stamina sekarang sih.
Stamina itu.
Postur kalau kata gua, kalau di Sekiro. Oh, kan postur itu. Kayak gua main Nioh juga kalau stamina habis bisa di bacok gitu loh.
You throw in with these wastrels? These arrogant swine?
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly.
Alright, so we've defeated Rued, we've freed Oswald. What comes next?
Oswald in this case prefers for Rued to be kept alive.
Oh,
and so you basically
meter.
have to choose, are you going to go against his wishes or stay true to your nature?
Rued will.
So we have this choice to make, but before we get into that, I want to rewind a little bit because we just did this big grand assault, but Eivor couldn't have done it alone. She clearly had to recruit some folks along the way, get some troops, get some allies. So let's actually rewind and see how we went about first gathering those troops.
When coming up to an assault, it's a game of numbers. Eivor can go into pretty much any location and be a stealthy Viking, eliminating some of the assets, which ultimately would be a strategy. You can do that, and you'll have some of the ingredients or of the assets there that will have been sabotaged, but you still need an army. So here what we're seeing is Eivor going around the countryside and raising what we call a fyrd, which is the men and the women of the territory who come up and fight in the name of a king. So here Eivor is going around and trying to convince people to fight in the name of Oswald to finally take down the oppressor that is Rued.
Anjir.
Defending you.
Gila ini cosmeter banget.
What? Die in defense of a lost cause?
Yeah, so she's really using like the image and like the leadership that Oswald had, what he meant to the people in his name. She's going to recruit these people.
Pretty words, Dane. But the men of Theovard have their own battles to fight.
So we're told by this Reeve that there are troops, there are allies that he could add to our cause. But first we sort of need to do him a favor, is that right?
Yeah, so obviously these people have been run down by Rued and the impact he's had on the territory, so I think a lot of these people have sort of lost hope. And so you need to show them that there is hope. And so here Eivor is basically helping them take back one of their prized locations by taking a couple men and raiding a nearby township, basically taking it back for the people and showing that there's a reason to continue fighting and then get them on your side.
Yeah. Kayak ngasih warning gitu loh, sama ngasih hope ke keluarga. Odin side, you can highlight the enemy first. Oh, kayak twing yang itunya.
Oh, scan.
Kayak scan kayaknya.
Duh nih, ini di aca sebelumnya nggak ada nih sebarbar ini. Sedarah ini, segor ini nggak ya kayaknya ya.
Ini paling gor kok. Biasanya tuh nggak ada sampai buntung pala gitu nggak ada.
Iya.
You have archery or like range combat abilities in there as well. So really, again, like depending on what your playstyle is, you can customize.
Anjing itu buntung pala ya?
How you situation.
Sya ada stamina, Sya lihat dah.
Iya itu stamina makanya. Kata gue itu stamina anjir. Tuh, itu Odin Sight tuh.
Iya, yang scan kan.
We just saw this giant pulse
Keren
go out.
anjir.
What exactly was that?
So that is what we call the Odin sight. The Odin sight is basically our interpretation of the Eagle Vision from previous games.
Sama.
And we
Eagle
thought it
Vision
would be good to
sebelumnya.
sort of bring that back. It's basically Eivor's intuition. It's how she perceives the world.
Gituin ya?
You can. It'll highlight basically interactive objects like things that will bring.
Bangsat digetok palu anjir.
Health consumables that are in there. So it really is like a good way of sort of understanding the world and showing you like
King
things
Edmund,
that you
father
can
of
go
his
and-
Anglia.
Oh iya King Edmund. Tahu gua. Gua nonton Viking tahu pasti.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of things we can touch, we just picked up this awesome new
Oh
weapon.
itu Anglia.
Something we wanted to play
iya.
with on Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
Is Anglia.
where we have fewer
Berarti
weapons
ntar
in the
ada-
game, but you can invest in them more, so they become
Anjir
your
bisa ngancurin
weapon.
kaca
And so
dong.
depending what your preferred playstyle is or your preferred weapon type, then you can go and choose. I'm gonna fight with this weapon and invest heavily into that.
Not only are we looting weapons, but we see something here called the Book of Knowledge. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Oh
about
ini
Skills for players. So here you can see the
ability, iya pokoknya ngambil ability point lah.
We have these spread out throughout the world. So again, to promote exploration and discovery. As you travel through the world and you
sabar gua, anjir.
explore
November
locations,
ya?
you can find these books that will add abilities that you can go and invest in, put into your loadout, then go into the different locations or the different quests in the game and use those depending on what your playstyle is.
Now we've recaptured this village, we've secured more troops for our assault. Let's jump back now and figure out what we want to do with Ruid.
Will die.
Will die lah.
The rightful king of East Anglia has spared your life today, and so it will be.
Kan gak ada harga dirinya dia kan.
Iya iya.
Malu semalu-malunya anjir.
Compassion is a virtue suited for anyone, Eivor, including you. Thank you.
Eivor decided to let him live. Ruud is really angry about that. Being a Norse Viking, being put to the death in battle is your road to Valhalla. So he was basically denied
Oh,
access to
Valhalla
Valhalla.
tuh surganya.
Obviously,
Surga
all
para
these
Viking ya?
decisions come
Makanya mereka
into
nggak
play
takut mati
later
karena
on
mereka
in the
yakin
game.
kalau
So
mati dalam battle
mereka akan masuk Valhalla.
minum-minum sama Odin.
Oh gitu. Kepercayaan mereka.
Yeah, you know,
Langsung
when I was
minum disambut
playing,
masuk
I decided
surganya.
to
Kalau lo
listen
masuk
to
surganya
Oswald
mati
and
dalam
spare
tidur,
Ruud's life,
lo
but
nggak akan masuk
what
sana.
exactly is
Oh
the
gitu.
relationship
Makanya
like
mereka
between Eivor and
Perang.
Oswald?
Iya iya iya.
Ibaratnya
So the
jihad
relationship
lah.
between Eivor and Oswald
surga
is an alliance. It's basically Eivor is surrounded by territories that initially getting into England are hostile towards her, and obviously if you want to set up a new settlement,
Nerakanya
you
emang
wanna
ada.
make sure that your neighbor is friendly.
Mereka kan mainnya 7 dunia.
So here in East Anglia,
Oh iya ding bener.
Oswald is the man for the job, where putting him into a position of power would help her sort of secure her territory. So earlier on to the territory, Eivor comes in here, meets Oswald. The problems he had with Rued are sort of put to light, and going through the arc, you basically help him deal with Rued and aligning basically Danes with Saxons in one territory.
So, Fizz, we've completed the assault. We've gotten our hands dirty with some combat, taken down Ruid. We have this big open region of East Anglia, so before we head off to Oswald's wedding, what do you say we head out, have
Raven
some
Eye
fun,
namanya.
and see what we can get into?
Kalau di sini gagak.
That sounds great.
Iya.
So we see a cat here with a speech bubble above it, and you best believe if you let me talk to a cat, I'm gonna talk to a cat.
Yeah, these are some of our some of my favorite moments actually in the game, where we put out a whole bunch of events throughout the territory. And it sort of rewards, again, exploration, going around. It's a chance for us also to sort of showcase a different side of Eivor. A lot of the quests sort of deal more with like politics and warfare, and this shows a slightly more human nature to her. So it permits us to explore that character a little bit more. And so here, basically, like you're trying to help a kid with his cat, and ultimately get that cat to sort of join your crew as a cat raider.
You just said cat raider way too casually. You're telling me I could have a cat
Anjir, ada
Viking
kucingnya.
raider on my longship?
Masuk ke kru kita.
I'm telling you.
Oh my god, yes, I love it. Perfect.
So yeah, as you're riding around the rivers of England, you would see a cat basically walking around your longship, keeping your
Kayak di
Viking
Odyssey kan yang
raiders
dayung
company.
juga orang kan.
Iya.
Cuma ini ikut perang anjir.
Speaking of the Viking longship, we're seeing
Sama
some
sih kayak di
of the
Odyssey yang pas
gameplay
perang.
here now.
Tapi di kapal
Talk a little bit
doang.
about how
Iya.
that works and functions in Valhalla.
Paling Odyssey yang perang pas rame-rame
Starting
itu.
out on this project, I think the Viking longship is one of the biggest images that we all have when we think about Vikings in our game. And so Vikings had this awesome design for a longship that had a very shallow hull, so it
Light
permitted them
longship.
to go very
I mean,
far
gue tahu
inland
ya,
very
longship.
quickly, and you could basically
Di mood light
disembark
longship.
Viking raiders like on pretty much any shore. We added that into the game where you can basically sail up to any location and then just decide to disembark with your guys and raid a location, loot all its treasure, get back in the ship, and then
bisa
continue
digituin layarnya, anjir.
sailing
Keren,
down the
anjir.
river
Keren
to your
banget.
next
Naik
opportunity.
lagi.
So I know past Assassin's Creed games allowed for songs and things like that to be sung on ships. Will Valhalla have a similar?
Oh, di Valhalla bakal ada
So this is
nyanyi-nyanyi
something
juga
we
nggak katanya?
actually wanted the crew of your ship to become like your
Odyssey kan,
home away from
lo,
home.
lo, lo, lo,
So
lo.
we added stories
Oh,
and
ada.
songs into the ship. So basically, as the player is going around, you could decide to have your skull sort of sing a song for you as you row down the river. But you can also decide, depending on who the raiders are in your ship, to hear more about their life. So you can actually queue up stories, and they'll give you a little bit more background.
Ada bisa cerita ya?
To know your sort of fighters
Kamu
as
tuh
you're
dulu tuh
traveling around the
kenapa
world, which is a
masa
cool
lalunya.
moment.
Detail banget
So here
anjir.
we're
Gue
seeing a
suka
bit
banget
of a
game yang kayak
different
gitu
view.
anjir.
What exactly are we
Setiap
looking
orang
at?
tuh punya
We
peran
had
gitu.
this on previous
Gak cuma
Assassin's
NPC
where you would
jalan-jalan
like
pelangap
ride
lomo.
on your horse and you could pull out, have the horse sort of follow the track.
Ini
We
baru
have a
game
similar
aja.
thing for the ship where you can put up your sails. It's cruise control for the ship, so you can pull back, take in the scenery, listen to some songs or some stories, and just take it all in.
So, speaking of Viking songs, we have an activity here that's not exactly singing, but kind of related, right?
Yeah, so here what we have is what we call flighting, which was an activity that Norse people would partake in. They would like to have a battle of wits and sort of poetry where insults would be thrown back and forth between each other. The idea was to try and have a good insult, but also to have a good rhythm and a good rhyme in there. So it's basically a precursor to rap battles.
Bersyair. Anjir bener kayak
Here's the
Witcher. Kalau
silver.
Witcher main Gwen.
Now begin.
Duel.
To all those whom I speak, they say Eivor's a clod.
Duel. Oh. Duel bacot.
Then you're speaking to fools and their knowledge is flawed.
Anjay.
How exactly do you go
Pantun
about being
anjir.
successful?
Orang sana kayak gitu ya?
Ya Viking
The
itu.
trick behind a good
Unik
flight
mereka ya.
was to choose the right insult,
Jadi
identifying the
kata-katanya
right
itu
cadence,
sarkas.
and then trying to find what rhymed the best.
I'm known for my might.
Gak nyambung.
Interesting. Interesting. Silent
Flele itu
whispers
ya?
all claim that you're terribly dense.
Gue penasaran ini ada hubungannya sama Odyssey sama Origin gak ya?
Then you
Pasti
feel
ada
and
lah.
has hurt them. My wit is immense.
Oh, you looked out with that one. Well, what a surprise!
Gue nungguin Thor
Eivor
keluar
of the
anjir.
Raven clan is a true
Belum lah
talent.
pasti DLC
I'm shocked.
anjir.
Don't believe everything you hear, unless it touches on my flighting. Then heed every word.
Take the coin.
So now that we've proven our
Kalah dia.
sharp tongue and wit, I think it's time for a bit more relaxing activity. So we're fishing here.
Mancing.
Yeah, that's it. So
mancingnya
we
pakai
gave
gituan,
Eivor
cuy.
a fishing line, so you can actually throw out a line and go catch some fish. This is used basically to play into our new health loop where the player
Kenapaan
will
tuh?
lose health in the world, and it doesn't
Si off div,
automatically
anjir.
regenerate like we would have in the past. So you actually have to go out and get some supplies. So
Keren,
you'll find
goblok, mancingnya
mushrooms
keren.
and some food that you can gather. But here, like you can also catch some fish and consume that to regain some health. We also will sometimes have it in certain quests. So
Detail-detail
it's a
kecil
good
yang
way to
penting
sort of
aja,
chill
tapi
out
bagus.
on the side of the
Jadi
water
make
and
sense
just
kan Viking tuh
again take it
peternak.
all in.
Iya iya benar.
Iya.
Dari Far Cry ini yang ngambilnya.
Iya, dari Far Cry.
So this is what we call one of our offering altars. So the idea is that you find these around the world and you make offerings to it. So it'll take like animal parts and stuff that you can find throughout the world. Here, what you're seeing though is sort of like a fancy version of it, where as you do your offering, you get interrupted by some kids that basically come and steal your stuff. So it's just a way for us to sort of showcase that like the systems and the activities in the world can sort of play in with some quests and some little events. So it's our way to sort of dress up these moments and make it all fit inside the whole experience.
Yeah, this seemed like a really sort of unexpected turn for what I thought was going to be kind of a simple interaction.
Yeah, and it's really what we were trying to do with these events is to give another dimension to Eivor, other than just the pure rar Viking or the politician. Because you can imagine at some point that will grow old if you're always telling that version of the character. So it lets us really go into the depth of who is Eivor, what motivates her, how she can interact with the world outside of warfare and politics.
Your stealth needs work.
We were close.
And it also showcases like a different facet of the world at the same time. It's not only Eivor, so it just widens the breadth of the stories that we can tell.
Jadi dia diambil barangnya gitu sama bocil-bocil ini. Mau dibalikin lo harus dengar cerita kita dulu.
Going through tough times with whatever route it's been doing to the territory, and so they're just here trying to survive and basically exploit the people that are there to make offerings.
It was kind of nice to see that Eivor wasn't really necessarily upset at them for stealing, and after you talk to them, you have the choice of helping them. You can give them food, give them some money, or maybe just say, hey, good luck, on your way.
Yeah, and this is something we also wanted to do a lot. Like, so here we're doing an event, we do it in quests as well, but we want to give a lot of this agency into players' hands so that they can sort of shape Eivor a little bit, who she is, so it represents them a little bit more, and they can roleplay that a little bit better. And again, it just gives her like a little bit more humanity in these moments.
What large walkers should do: provide for small walkers.
Here, large walker.
A necklace?
Yes, it's a St. Martin seal. You're welcome here anytime, large walker. You're one of us now. Visit us, okay?
I will. Take care now, small green walkers.
So I think AC veterans might recognize this here, but what exactly is Eivor chasing down?
Aceh veteran bakalan
Yeah, so here you're seeing Eivor running down one of her tattoo images. So this is challenging the player on free run abilities, but also for fans of the series, sort of pulling at their heartstrings for some beloved features.
Ini Witcher banget, anjir.
So are we gonna be able to tattoo Eivor?
Yes, by collecting these tattoos, you actually bring them back to your settlement, and then you can customize different body parts, having different tattoos everywhere. So again, another form of expression, and it's sort of to represent that Viking culture.
Fizz, one of my favorite things when I was just out there exploring East Anglia was coming upon a house or a building and realizing that there was a chest inside, but that there was no easy way in. And in this case, I saw all the doors were barred, but I knew that because there was a chest in there must have been some way to get inside. So I went around the back, found a way in.
Kuncinya dibobol, anjir.
You're pointing at something that we wanted to work on a lot on Valhalla, where we wanted the exploration to make you feel smarter. So we played a lot with puzzle solving, so making sure that every house that you find sort of appeals to you, like it draws your attention, and then when you want to come and explore it, it's not given to you. You still have to work for it a little bit, so it'll challenge you on your observation skills, logic, just trying to find how do I get into this. So we play a lot with level design, quest design, to offer challenges to players, and you basically come out of it like with a better feeling for the exploration, but you also get to see more of a story behind these locations, which we've crafted. So it gave us a little bit more time to sort of slow down the experience and tell a different version of a story.
Apa nih anjir? Blood Eagle anjir.
A poor victim of
Blood Eagle bukan nih?
Yeah, I mean, speaking about exploration and just finding things out in the world, I was just wandering and came
Berarti
across this
gelapan,
clearing and found this
Jadi
kind of morbid
belakang Pak
altar.
ini lu penghulu
Yeah,
di
so
black.
this is one of our bigger events that we have scattered in the world. So as Eivor explores,
Cara Viking,
she can
hukum
find
orang.
altars like this, and by interacting with them, here it's a trap that's been set by this character named Regan. Now there's a bigger story behind all this. There's multiple steps to it later on. So this is one of the moments. It permits us to go into a slightly more mystical realm and play with a boss fight that has more magical abilities, if we will. And basically have this awesome boss fight in the middle of the swamps. And so here the abilities that you see Reagan using are a little bit on the mystical side of things. What's happening is Eivor at the beginning in that trap is poisoned, and so she starts sort of hallucinating, seeing the world in a sort of different light and filter, and so that's sort of what lets us go into the realm of the weird.
My rage, spirit of my father's rage, fill me!
Gila sih itu. Gila sekali bacok.
Habis stamina dia ya.
So we just saw here that Regan belongs to something called the Daughters of Lyria.
Yeah, that's correct. By finding the other daughters, you'll get a little bit more backstory on who they are, so we don't want to spoil that too much. But it creates like a sort of greater story that is not on the main path in any way, but it is still very rich and adds to
Ancient Order, jangan bilang masih ada di sini. Harusnya di Origin udah dibantai semua ya.
Really exciting, really intense boss battle. I think it's time for something a little bit more relaxing and calming now.
Yeah, it's all all about pacing yourself with the highs and lows. So here we have a low chill moment of what we call building a cairn. So Eivor, as she explores the world, will find these sort of meditative areas where you have a pile of rocks that you could just stack on on top of another using physics. And I mean, yeah, the ultimate goal is to try and get the highest pile of rocks, but really it's about taking insights, relaxing, taking a step back, and building something.
Together we stack stones into cairns.
These?
Yes. Think of this as a test of mind and wit.
Harus
Stack
stack
the cairn
5-5-nya.
stones high and wide into any shape you like.
I mean, you can spend as much time as you want building these things, making them as high as you want, as weird as you want. I'm sure like a lot of these stuff will end up on the internet, like people comparing structures. And the cool thing is that once you've built it, and you decide to get out of it, it sort of stays there. And so that's yours, right? And until the moment where you come back and you want to build a new one, it's sort of cool that we were able to give that to players to express themselves.
At this point in the demo, we've explored East Anglia, we've met some children, we've broken into a house, we fought a boss, we built a cairn. I think now it's finally time to go and head off to Oswald's wedding.
Yeah, so this is the moment it's all been building up to. By the moment you get into the territory, it's sort of like mentioned by Oswald that he's trying to get married with his Dane lady. And so as you go through the arc, that's sort of like the underlying thread. Really, it's about Rued creating turmoil in the territory and helping Oswald sort of get above that and show that he's a good leader. And so you finally, after going through all of that arc, finally get these two together, go through their wedding, and you're invited to attend the ceremony. And then all the activities and fun times that comes afterwards.
Yeah, as much as we've seen the brutal side of England, it's nice to see the joyous side of it as well.
Yeah, and it's something we really wanted to play on in Valhalla, where being a Viking is not only about being a raider or warrior. I mean, there's revelry, there's feasting, there's partying that goes, and like if someone knows how to party, it's a Viking. And so here this
ininya gelasnya emang kayak gitu ya? Dari tanduk.
The sort of Viking gathering is, and what's cool here is it's a good alliance of Norse culture with Saxon culture,
mereka
sort of smashing those two things together, and building bridges.
Yeah,
mabok
I mean,
anjir.
Drunk archery, right?
Mana ambil mabok gitu?
Yeah, so like, anything can happen in a Viking event, right? Eivor, yeah, here, just get drunk, shoot some arrows.
Barely a challenge.
Steady all, and ready yourself for the wedding race. The king and his bride against all.
My king.
Mati. Dibunuh ama
So here we see the decision I made to spare Rued came back to bite us.
Yep, that's the decision you made, coming back. So as we said before, all of your decisions have consequences, and this is a big one.
I challenge you. I accept.
Oswald tuh raja ya?
You're basically presented with the
Anglia dia
option
yang diangkat.
to sort of step in for Oswald, fight the fight for him,
Nanti kita
or let him
mecahin masalah di tiap
King was have a champion katanya.
Yeah, you know, personally, I chose to fight myself because I
Yeah,
thought
maju dia
Eivor
sebagai
is the type of
sebagai championnya ya.
she started.
Plank by plank. And a dead king
Ayo Mas
cannot
rebuild
keep
is
his oaths.
Anglia.
Let me finish this.
Biar dia.
Oswald, you gutless Arya swine! I'll slay the wolf-kissed, then hang you with your own tongue.
How does this encounter with Rued differ from our previous fight with him?
So at this point, you've eliminated his wolf.
Jing,
So
itu
it's just
kapaknya
him.
keren banget,
And
Nyet.
so he's angry at this point, and so he will start using his big gun abilities like fairly earlier on in the fight.
Oh,
so
enak
it's
banget
way
anjir itu.
more vicious, way faster. There's
tuh berarti
less
kalau udah jatuh
strategy.
ya,
He
bisa
goes
di-stomp.
literally swords blazing at you, and so this is a fight to the death.
Gila, cok. Pedangnya panjang banget gila pedangnya.
Kayak Great Sword anjir.
Great Sword itu.
Kayaknya dia bukan anak dewa deh.
Belum tahu gitu.
Nggak tahu sih ya. Cuman kayaknya feeling gue
And
sih
of
bukan
course, here,
keturunan
with
dewa
this
dia.
decision you made to go and fight him, but there's multiple outcomes to this scenario. You could have let Oswald fight his own fight, and prove basically his
gitu berarti bunuh
station
dari
as
awal,
the
anjir,
rightful
kill.
leader. If you had eliminated Rued, obviously this would not have happened. It would have been a slightly more joyous occasion. But ultimately, in all scenarios, you still have an alliance with Oswald. He's proven to be the right leader for this territory, and
Biasanya
to be
gini,
a good
lo
ally.
abis kayak gini tuh, you've done is Anglia service,
promised you an alliance,
terus dia akan ngasih
now you
tanah
have it.
misalnya buat Viking.
Oh, saking percaya sama gua.
And one day I will need you to make good on that alliance.
Pegang omongannya gitu. Tak ada pasti raja-raja
So
Inggris
we're
yang
about to
hianatin.
take off from the wedding,
Kan lo
but
counter lagi.
Eivor decides it's a good idea to check up on her friend Finner.
Yeah, so Finner is probably one of the more recurring characters in this arc. You get to meet him very early on. He's a very endearing character, sort of used to have a Viking life, sort of misses it, and going through all these adventures together is sort of like lights that fire back, and so he's willing to join you in your raiders. So he's one of many raiders that you'll encounter in the game, and you can sort of recruit, bring back home, and then have them sort of join you on your adventures on the
Bisa dibawa pulang ya.
ship. He can tell you these stories that we're telling you about. You get to know a little bit more about him. So again, it's a fun way to sort of discover more about these characters that you meet and
Berarti kita
bring them along for
ngerekrut emang
adventures.
krunya.
Together.
Bener sih, kayak di audisi kan ada yang bisa direkrut.
I'll gather my things.
Cuma rekrutnya
Well,
buat ke
folks,
power
we've come
ship-nya
to
kan.
the end of our Assassin's
Kayak
Creed
arrow-nya lebih
Valhalla playthrough.
panah
Fizz,
api.
thank
Oh,
you
sinkronis
so
nih.
much for joining
Ini baru
us.
sinkronis.
When and where can people play it?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be out on
Burung,
Xbox
burung,
Series
gagak,
X and
gagak.
PlayStation 5, and
Raven
is coming
dia
to
apa-apa?
Xbox
Harusnya
One,
gagak.
PlayStation 4, PC,
Raven ya?
and Stadia on November 17th.
Oke. Beres. Up next Hyperscape. Dah.
Gimana sih ya?
Tidak sabar pasti ya. Tanggal 17 langsung gaspol ya. Tidak kasih kendor.
itu saja sedikit react dari kami teman-teman.
Everybody, thanks for joining us.
Thank you buat
My name
semuanya
is
udah
Eric
nonton.
Pope. I'm the senior community developer on Hyperscape.
Sampai ketemu di video berikutnya.